I didn't say sell me. I said give me.
If there's one thing Costco is good at, it's getting you addicted to delicious foods and then prying them away from your hands forever. Don't believe us? Here are 10 popular products that Costco stopped selling.
No more.
Polish hot dogs.
My hot dog!
The perfect Costco shopping trip should also include an excursion to the food court. Though there are many delicious options, the most classic choice is undoubtedly the hot dog. But there was always a choice, and choices matter. Costco decided that the second hot dog choice on the list, the Polish hot dog, was not worthy. So from now on, you could get a hot dog or, well, a hot dog. Or, you know, even one of the other mouth-watering options on the menu. There was so much uproar about discontinuing this popular menu item that Costco had to explain its disappearance on their customer service page.
We're sorry.
According to corporate, they removed it to make room for healthier options on the menu, although this excuse seems suspicious. Alas, even a passionate #SaveThePolishDog Twitter campaign wasn't enough to resurrect the Polish hot dog. Costco had decided its fate, and what Costco says goes. All that is left is the memory of those dreamy dogs. It's too bad nobody knew their last one would indeed be their last. At least the regular all-beef hot dogs are tasty, but they're just not the same. Chocolate soft serve.
Spontaneous soft serve?
Yes, I love soft serve.
If you've ever visited Costco in the summer, you'll understand the importance of the after-shopping ice cream experience. On shopping day, soft serve is sure to satisfy your inner child and take the edge off all that adulting you have been doing. Well, you'll be sad to know that Costco's heart is just as cold as their treats because they removed chocolate soft serve from their menu. No, it can't be true. Why would they do this to us? Remove chocolate from the menu? How dare they? But alas, they did, and they have yet to show any sign of regret. The chocolate soft serve has vanished from the menu with no hope of returning.
All hope is lost.
It could be worse, though. They weren't totally heartless. They could have removed all soft serve from the restaurant. So now you'll just have to order vanilla and whip out your Costco-sized container of chocolate syrup instead. It may be slightly melted by the time you finish evenly coating it, but at least it'll taste good. How vanilla is expected to survive without chocolate, we will never know. The only mature thing left to do is to go back to your childhood days of chasing the ice cream truck to get your soft-serve chocolate vanilla swirl. And the ice cream truck doesn't require a Costco card. Cinnamon sugar pretzels.
Cinnamon sugar for goddess number 2.
Sometimes there's nothing better than a warm cinnamon sugar pretzel. Of course, that's just what Costco thought when they added them to the food court menu. But then, do you know what they did? They discontinued them. The nerve! These decadent, chewy treats were the perfect snack after a long day of shopping, leaving some customers a little perplexed as to why they were discontinued. They were perfectly yummy, so why did they disappear? Harsh, Costco, harsh! Perhaps there were just too many other tantalizing options on the menu, and these turned out to be everyone's second choice.
Number 2? Number 2!
Who's going to pick a pretzel over, let's say, ice cream, or pizza, or hot dogs, or fries? Okay, maybe the pretzels were slightly farther down the list than second place. Perhaps 5th or 6th might be more realistic. Still, just getting into the top 10 is an accomplishment regardless, and they should be proud of coming this far. Sometimes there's nothing left to do but just sashay away. We'll miss you, cinnamon sugar pretzels. BBQ Brisket Sandwich.
Great brisket.
Though it was not available in every location, it certainly turned heads wherever it showed up. And how could it not? It's a barbecue brisket sandwich. It featured warm, juicy barbecue beef on a pillowy melt-in-your-mouth bun. Though the sandwich was discontinued, it certainly wasn't because it wasn't loved. Ketchup and mustard are no match for barbecued heaven, and pizza's melted, cheesy goodness can only go so far. When this delectable choice was on the menu, there was just no other choice. It was the barbecue brisket sandwich or bust.
Choose your best player.
It's too bad they removed the sandwich before the whole world could experience the glory, but perhaps it's for the best. It was sure to win any popularity contest, and that's just a dangerous imbalance of power. Costco would have been bullied into revolving their entire business around a single sandwich in their food court instead of continuing with their vast empire. Sometimes powerful things need to be removed before the inevitability of food domination. Okay, maybe we're being a bit extreme, but this really was a delicious sandwich. Kirkland Signature Peanut Butter Cups.
You like the peanut butter cups?
Did Hershey's pay Costco to get rid of their Kirkland Signature Peanut Butter Cups? Chances are that we will never actually know the answer, but we do know that Costco used to have a Reese rival that no longer exists, and they were good. To be fair, was there ever a combination more delectable than chocolate and peanuts? Like Reese's miniature cups, the Kirkland peanut butter cups were small chocolate cups filled with sweet, sweet peanut butter. Some superfans may have even gone so far as calling them little morsels of perfection, but perhaps that is an exaggeration.
Just a little.
When asked whose peanut butter cups were superior, many supporters would side with Kirkland. Though when talking about chocolate, it's hard to deny the power of Mr. Hershey. Sometimes some empires are just too massive to overthrow. But why did the Kirkland cups disappear? They were undeniably popular. Why would they choose to remove a well-loved product from the shelves? Which begs the question, did they choose to, or were they forced to? Perhaps we should just hunker down and be happy that Reese's Cups still exist. Kirkland Signature Turkey Burgers.
Where's my burger?
Costco wasn't feeling chicken when they removed Kirkland's signature turkey burgers from the shelves. It was a bold decision that they knew would have some backlash. So much backlash, in fact, that people petitioned to bring them back. This time, the people didn't win, but the passion was there and they certainly tried. These burgers were the perfect easy meal. Yes, you could be basic and eat them as burgers, but you could also use them for other things like stir fries and casseroles, too. No creation was too much for this denizen of the freezer. What is it that made them so special?
Let's find out.
Not only were they epically tasty, but they were healthy and even gluten-free. They were the perfect addition to any backyard barbecue because they were sure to satisfy the pickiest eaters. You could stock the freezer with them and you would know there'd always be a quick, easy dinner waiting for you whenever needed. Pile them high with sauces on a thick bun and you'd be enjoying the tastiest burger you have ever tried. Pair them with a side of crispy golden potato wedges and you have yourself an epic meal. Too bad they're gone. But you know what they say, it's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. Chocolate-dipped ice cream bars.
Ice cream! What about ice cream?
Costco and ice cream is where it's at, folks. Though this Costco classic is a distant memory at best, that doesn't mean it can't still be considered iconic. The hand-dipped bars were discontinued way back in 2013, but they are still remembered fondly. Who could forget the joy of ice cream on a stick? Yes, you could just get a whole box of ice cream treats from the freezer section while you're shopping, but then you'd be caught red-handed coming home with an opened box of treats. Better to just buy a single snack on the way out so you're not the subject of an interrogation.
Tell me everything.
This was the beauty of the chocolate-dipped ice cream bars at the food court. Of course, you're still going to buy a box of frozen treats, you'll just be able to unpack the car guilt-free. The other beautiful part about ice cream bars is they are undeniably built for one person. Soft-serve ice cream is much too easily shared if anyone nearby has a spoon, and you're not quick to lick the whole thing. However, when you have an ice cream bar, it's undeniably yours and no one else's. Though there are still other forms of ice cream at the food court, the dipped ice cream bars at Costco's food court are still mourned to this day. Kirkland Signature Dark Chocolate Chips.
Potato chips if I'm sad, chocolate if I'm bad.
Losing this shelf item was a hard blow to the bakers in the crowd. What made them so high quality? These chocolate morsels were so good you could eat them by the fistful, and you'd think you were eating leftovers from a chocolate shop. Anyone who's ever enjoyed a handful of chocolate chips right out of the bag knows this is a true accomplishment. Not all chocolate chips are created equal, and Kirkland's signature chocolate chips were in a class of their own. Truly top-notch. Removing this offering was a brave move for Costco because they were getting rid of both a baking item and a snacking item.
You're a brave man.
And a crafting one too, because these chips were perfect for decorating gingerbread men and other cookies with faces. Just imagine all of the desserts that will never be created. Imagine all of the children who will never realize their baking dreams. Do we want to raise a whole generation of nailed-it competitors? Yes, they could just buy the ginormous bag of Chip-Its instead, but nobody should have to sacrifice their standards and settle for mediocre chocolate chips. Desserts were designed to bring joy and happiness, and what kind of happiness can there be when you know it could be better? Kirkland's signature frozen 4-cheese ravioli.
Where's the ravioli burger?
Did you decide to show off and make a fancy dinner for the whole fam? No problem. Costco's got your back. This is the time for Kirkland's signature frozen 4-cheese ravioli. Wait, what? What do you mean it's discontinued? This freezer staple was the simple answer to feeding every large gathering of humans. The 4 kinds of cheese included were ricotta, Asiago, Parmesan, and Grana Padano. Talk about yummy. It satisfied picky eaters, vegetarians, and even your Aunt Myrtle, who doesn't trust anyone's cooking but her own.
I don't trust you.
Costco's ravioli was perfect for those who wanted to save their creativity for where it really counts, the sauce. Start one from scratch or slather on some ragu and just go to town. You can even go hybrid and use a canned sauce as a base and then add your own twist. This versatile dinner will be sorely missed the next time you get that inkling to feed anyone other than yourself. You might think you're ready to go it alone, but just the amount of dishes to wash might make you have second thoughts. Half sheet cakes.
Oh God, everybody loves a Costco sheet cake.
Costco's famous half-sheet cakes were the perfect size for a 5-year-old's birthday party with all their friends, and also perfect for one person on the night they got dumped the day before Valentine's Day. When you start the cake, you think, whoa, there's so much cake. Then by halfway through, you start doubting the size because you thought it would last longer. Then suddenly it's all gone and you wonder if the cake was ever there or if it was just a mirage. As per true Costco fashion, the cake was also crazy delicious. When you buy a giant cake in a regular grocery store, it'll usually be disappointingly dry. There's nothing worse than investing half of your savings on a cake that feeds lots of humans but nobody wants to eat it.
You tricked me.
Costco cakes were moist, delicious, and were always a hit. Another fun side effect was that they also took up so much room in your fridge that you were forced to limit your vegetable purchases. This meant pizza was the only dinner option as long as one of those cakes was in the house. Breaking news, this just in. We've just got word that this cake was so beloved that they just brought it back. Hooray! Gone for about 5 months and back by popular demand, the cakes can only be purchased with a special order at least 1 day in advance. Phew, that was a close call. Stay for seconds and tap or click another great video. Hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to join our notification squad.